Schedule a Zoom with me at GCExperts.com/Zoom. How can I help you guys?
Well, Matt, you wanna start it off?
Yeah, I can kind of give you a little context. Vito, I guess he came across your content maybe within the last week or so, and
Okay.
then he forwarded it to me. He said, "Hey, check this out," because he and I have both been talking about really getting into the federal contracting space.
Sure.
Right now, Vito does a lot of municipal and like county contracts that he works, and then I myself, I've worked several times and currently working as a subcontractor on the federal side, not so much construction, but more for the military, facilitating a lot of their training.
Okay.
So we're kind of seeing it from multiple angles, and yeah, so he sent me over your videos. We both watched them, felt like they were really valuable, and I had looked into some other programs in the past, and just comparing and contrasting yours to theirs, I feel like you're very to the point. It's no BS, in a very good way, because it's a lot of things sound really great with marketing and type stuff, but it's like you have a proven concept, and I like that you can actually look at the companies of folks that are your clients and see, wow, we can track that they've been awarded this amount. And
that's right. That's how you know it's not bullshit.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I always tell people, you only have to make two decisions in any conversation with me. Number one, decide if I'm full of shit. Because if you decide I'm full of shit, there's no reason to go to number two.
Right.
But number two is, am I the personality type that you'd want to go into this with? Because personalities are different, and some people want to be coddled. Oh, it's okay, Matthew. You'll get the next one. Right. I'm not that guy.
Right. Yeah, I think he and I are very much like that. I mean, we're blue collar. He and I, we played football together in college, and so yeah, we're definitely about taking action, not so much jacking.
Yeah.
Well, with all that said, I'll answer any question you guys want to know.
Oh, don't say that. You'll be here a minute. So I like I said, I've been doing this a lot. It's not a lot. You've been doing it way more. It's all relative. But one thing, I guess, where to start. Trilateral agreement. So my thing is with the bigger jobs is like the bonding, the performance bonds, bid bonds. And a lot of what I've been doing is I actually went to the SBA and I get my bid bonds through them because it was like much easier. Like, I don't know why, but they helped because I couldn't get a bid bond anywhere else. My credit was bad. Now it's a lot better. But I like what you talked about, like trilateral agreements for like bigger projects.
Time out. Tripartite escrow agreements are only good up to $150,000.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, but all I need to know is between the two of you, is there one of you that has a credit score at least 680?
Mine is like, I have a FICO. I think it's like 690. So my credit score has gone up,
Then just move the bonding thing out of your head. If your credit score is above 680, I can get you in with my bonding guy, and bonding's not going to be a problem. What's the next question?
Okay. Let's see. I guess, Matt, ask your questions first, and I'll go ahead with, I only got like 3 or 4.
Okay, yeah. So I know this is kind of like a national scale. I remember on the one video you did, you had only done like one project in Austin. So
that's right.
So these will be like across states. So that being said, what percentage of these jobs would you say that you're actually subbing out?
Oh, almost all of them.
Okay.
I subbed out that one that was in Austin.
Okay. And then when you do that, like, do you have a system, like a percentage or something that kind of helps you when estimating to win the bid, counts for your spread there?
What is your risk for turning in a bid?
Nothing.
What difference does it make what your estimate is?
Yeah. Okay.
Do you do all in-house estimating, or do you hire, like, I've been getting a lot of emails about like these estimating firms?
Report every single one of those to spam. They cannot help you. I promise.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
I'm going to teach you how to estimate these things. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
Got it. And Vito, did you have a question regarding like the funding for some of the larger jobs?
Right. So when I started off, like, I mean, like started with nothing, right? I mean, when I say nothing, maybe like a few grand. But I remember when we got like a ten
Okay,
thousand dollar job.
I understand the question.
Yeah.
So let me ask you guys a question. What is your sweet spot in the construction industry? What if you got a contract tomorrow and it's your favorite kind of thing to do, what would it be?
Hmm. For me, it would be like a large scale doors project. Like I love doors.
Doors.
Yeah.
Doors. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Do you have a supplier for doors?
Few suppliers, yeah. Depends on what
Okay.
type of door. If it's a metal door, you know.
Okay. Look. Okay.
Yeah.
Metal door. Look, it doesn't matter. Do you have a supplier? Yes or no?
Yes.
When you go down to buy doors, does he make you pay up front?
Usually a 50% deposit or some type of deposit, yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you a question. If I said, hey, I'm going to give you a $50,000 door contract, but on this contract, it's paid when paid with the federal government. Okay. So my expectation is that, look, when people ask for money up front, it's usually for two reasons. Number one, they're concerned, how hard is it going to be to get money out of this guy? Okay. And, or number two, it's going to be, I really need the money. Like I don't have the 50% to go get the doors. So if it's number two, I solve that by just doing it myself. I go to the door supplier, I open up an account so that you can go buy the doors, and then you do the material, and then I subtract what I paid for the doors from your contract. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, if I don't have to put anything down, right? Is that what you're saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so but then here's the other reason. How hard is it going to be to get money out of me? Well, you're protected two different ways. One is the Federal Prompt Payment Act, which states that the subcontractor shall be paid within 7 days of my receipt of payment. Nobody wants to get in a fight with the Department of Justice over not paying a subcontractor. The other reason that they might say that I might answer that is that federal contracts are bonded. And so here's a copy of the bond. It's public information. Here's my bonding agent. You guys, if I get hit by a bus tomorrow, you guys can go to the bonding guy and he'll pay you. Okay. So that's how I cover that with my subcontractors. So, but did any of that make me have to outlay money to get the door job done?
No, the supplier is bankrolling it for you.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I'm talking with a good enough subcontractor, does he have credit accounts with his suppliers?
He should.
Okay. And so I'm having him start the job, because if you watch enough of my videos, you'll find out that the Federal Prompt Payment Act states that the contractor shall be paid monthly or more often as deemed necessary by the contracting officer on a percentage complete basis. The key part of that is percentage complete basis. You're 20% complete, you get 20% of the money, and they pay in 14 days.
Okay.
Now,
so it's
all
negotiating.
that said, you guys know that I like to talk about federal acquisition regulations.
Yeah.
Okay. One of those federal acquisition regulations is 52.232- I think it's 12. And if you pull that up, you can read in there that there are certain conditions where you can get money up front from the federal government. I've never done that in my entire career, because part of their requirements is you have to show them your books. But this is a cash forward business, and I would never want to show the federal government my books. Once you get the first job rolling, you'll always have money for the next one.
Yeah.
Okay. And have you found that to be difficult, or is it just a matter of execution and finding the right subcontractor?
If you're asking me, Sean, have you ever put out money to get a job started? Of course I have. Anybody in construction has. But it's far and few between. It's a handful of times, and it was never more than $5,000 or $10,000, where if I put that money forward, I was getting a better deal. In other words, if I'm going to outlay something, I want something in return, and I've always gotten that.
Okay, that makes sense. And then on some of these projects, right? Like, I don't know, you probably bid like a multitude, like a wide range of projects, or do you kind of just
everything?
bid on?
Yes, everything.
Okay, so you probably, like use the past performance of your subs in order to qualify for the projects?
Yes, it's called Federal Acquisition Regulation 15.305. Then you're looking for subsection number 2, and then you're looking for subsection III.
Okay.
This is being recorded. I'll send you a copy.
Okay, thank you. And then for like a lot of like the municipality, like the county, small stuff, right? They require bid walkthroughs that are like mandatory.
That's right. I'm going to show you multiple methodologies to achieve going to mandatory site visits all over the country, anytime, anywhere, even if there's 4 on the same day, and you'll never have to get out of your chair to go do it.
Okay, I like that. I like that. Let's see, what else do I have here? So for larger projects like that, maybe you're like the, that requires multiple trades, and you have to have a GC license, let's say like in North Carolina.
Whoa. Stop right there. This is my favorite topic. Okay. You and I are going to play a game. I'm going to give you the answer. Do you know what a SAM registration is? Have you heard that word before?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, great. We're going to play a game. I'm going to give you the answer to the question before I ask you the question. Are you ready for the answer?
You're going to give me the answer first. Okay.
The answer is SAM registration. Ready to play?
Ready.
There's one thing and one thing only required to be a federal contractor, and that is a
SAM registration.
So if you sell cake mix to the Navy so they can make cakes on ships, what do you need?
SAM registration.
If you sell bullets or aircraft parts or even construction goods and services, what do you need?
SAM registration.
And now we're going to play the other part of the game. If you and I walk through a neighborhood and I point to the top of a power pole and say that's a transformer, do you recognize that as transformer?
SAM registration. No, yeah, it's a transformer.
Okay.
Right?
What state are you guys in?
I'm in Ohio. Matt's in North Carolina.
We're going to use Ohio.
Okay.
I'm going to give you 3 scenarios. Scenario number 1, the transformer shall be replaced by a licensed electrician in the state of Ohio. Now, that has nothing to do with the company that got the job. All they needed was a what?
sam.gov registration.
That's right. But the actual replacement of the transformer has to be done by so you have to coordinate a licensed electrician to do that. Scenario number 2, the transformer shall be replaced by a licensed electrician. Well, now any licensed electrician from any state can go into Ohio and replace that transformer. Understand that this is federal eminent domain property. There is no such thing as a state inspector going on to a federal job. Okay. Scenario number 3, the transformer shall be replaced. That literally means that Matthew and I can go out there on a Saturday and replace the transformer. It gets written all 3 ways all the time, but it has nothing to do with the guy that got the job. And that's how I can tell you my dad and I have done $1 billion worth of work. I've never had a license of any kind other than a driver's license. So to answer your question, tell me about this GC license thing, because I've never had that.
Okay, makes sense.
Got it.
Wow, it's completely, yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
Let's see what else we have here. Matt, you had anything else?
Yeah, I was going to ask Sean, what does it look like in terms of like seasonality? A government gets funding.
Yeah, there's definitely a season for that. The end of the fiscal year is September 30.
Okay.
And the beginning of the fiscal year is October 1st. They have to spend the money prior to September 30 or they don't get it for next year, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think happens as we approach September 30?
You probably have a higher likelihood of winning bids.
Yeah, it's a spending frenzy. And so I always tell people, get in the beginning of the year, get all your processes and procedures lined up prior to like May 15 is when it really starts.
Okay.
And then it hits its peak in July, maybe August.
Got it. Okay, that makes sense. I think the only other thing I had, this is just out of curiosity. I saw the video that you had done with Bud, the 358.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so how long and how did he actually take his credit score from 357 to, I think it was like a $500,000 valuation? Like, what was that like?
Well, he was bidding a lot of federal contracts and getting them done. I mean, I'm not entirely sure how to answer that question because everybody's journey is different, right? Like, when it was in the assets that you have today compared to the assets you had when you were 21 years old, is there a difference?
Yeah, definitely.
How did you get there?
Yeah, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of fucking hard work, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just looking at my notes. I think that's all I have, Vito.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. What I'm excited to, I like being, like Matt said, we played football together, and I was always like having a coach, someone that's been there before and done it and was successful at it, like we could learn
You're
from.
exactly right. Yeah. You're
So
exactly right.
someone like you is I mean, like we look up to you. I do government contracting and it's great, but I don't do it on the level that you've done it, right? So I'm still learning, and I would like to shorten the learning curve, learn some things from your expertise and your past experiences. So I'm
Yeah,
excited.
look,
I'm
I mean,
excited for
you
that.
guys are super qualified for my stuff. So just,
Hmm.
it's just entirely what you guys want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you know, in my videos, I never make a sales pitch of any kind. There's no, if you buy now, or here's your 7 key steps, there's none of that shit. I just answer people's questions.
Yeah.
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 Um,
I guess a question. I mean, I'm sold. I'm gonna tell you that right now, because I believe in like learning. So right, either I went to college, spent a lot of time doing nothing, wasted time there. This is something where I'm super interested in. I currently do it. Matt's super interested in. Um, so I guess once we get started, um, what do you think is a realistic time frame for us to win a project?
Typically 90 days.
90 days. Okay. Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know. I don't have any more questions, but
just
I'm excited.
just so we're all on the same page. It sounds like just from the video that I had watched, the first step is you go through and you watch that 3-day workshop that you
Yep.
did. Okay, and then from there, you the logical next step would to be get into your monthly. I guess.
Yeah, that way you get bid tracker, click the sync, and people sometimes they call me and they say, "Hey, I want you to look at solicitation number." And I go, "Look, time out. Give me the bid tracker number." I don't go to sam.gov
Yeah.
ever.
Okay.
Screw that.
Got it.
How
Awesome.
do you teach people to estimate? Like, I mean, I'm probably asking questions that we'll eventually learn in class, but
Well, of course you're going to learn it in
you
class, but
know,
I'll just give you an example.
hmm
I learned from a sales guy years ago. Now, keep in mind that this was 30 years ago, but he stood on stage in front of a group of 5,000 people and said, "Raise your hand if you don't know what a pixel is." And nobody raised their hand. Now, let me ask you this. 30 years ago, in a group of 5,000 people, do you think anybody knew what a pixel was?
no.
Okay. But when he said, "Who doesn't know what a pixel is? Raise your hand." And nobody raised their hand. Why didn't they raise their hand?
Probably fear of embarrassment, I guess.
They didn't want to look stupid.
Yeah.
Okay. So then
Right.
he rephrased the question. "Hey, I was in a group last month, a group of 5,000 people. And when I asked them who doesn't know what a pixel is, almost everybody raised their hand." So then he asked the question again. "Hey, who in this group doesn't know what a pixel is?" And almost everybody raised their hand. Why was it okay for them to raise their hand the second time he asked the question than the first time?
He kind of set the tone, like this is nothing to be embarrassed about. Like everybody else didn't know, so
That's right. Whether he had actually been in front of a group or not, do you see how rephrasing it that way let
Yeah.
people be honest?
Yeah.
Okay. He could have been totally lying, right?
Yeah.
It's psychology. All right. So now tell me, what's a VFD?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Every time I ask people if they know what a VFD is, everybody always says, "I don't know." Do you know what a VFD is?
Mm-mm.
That's right. And I rephrased it so it's okay. Nobody knows what a VFD is. But I want you to Google VFD. And then tell me what it overwhelmingly indicates.
Mine says variable frequency drive.
Variable frequency drive. That's exactly right. Okay. So I'm going to tell you the job. The job is to replace 250 horsepower VFDs, variable frequency drives. Now, you guys don't know what that is, okay? But when you Googled it, you found Now, let me ask you this. Variable frequency drive, does that sound like a roofing product? Does that sound like an air conditioning product? Or does it sound like a electrical product?
Yeah, like an electrical product.
That sure sounds electrical, doesn't it?
Yeah.
If there were only these companies that sell electrical supplies, what are those businesses called?
Manufacturer suppliers.
Okay, a supply house. So let me ask you this. If you call an electrical supply house, do you think you could tell them that I need 250 horsepower VFDs and they'll give you a price on them?
They would understand that.
That's right. So did I just teach you how to price out something that you had no idea what it is?
Yeah. And then from there, they probably know the contractors that install it. And I get it.
Okay. Look, I'm a good teacher. Trust the system.
Okay. Local requirement. Yeah, I don't know. Matt, you got anything else?
No, not really. I can't think of anything else. We went through all my questions. I'm pretty clear on it.
That was a lot faster than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
I was telling him, Sean, okay, we're gonna have Sean on Sean on the phone for 3-4 hours.
Look, did you see any hesitation in my voice on any of these questions and answers?
No.
Yeah. Good luck stumping me. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying good luck.
Yeah, I'm just thinking cheesy questions. I mean, I'm pretty much. I guess what are the next steps? Like, how does this work?
When we get off this Zoom, my team will send you a link and it'll say something like, "It was good talking to you. Here's the link if you want to invest."
Okay, and then once we're in the group, like I'll have more questions. Like.
When you guys join my program, you'll get my personal cell phone number. And just like in the room, when people raise their hand and ask a question, you guys can hit pause and pick up the phone and call me.
Okay.
I answer my phone about 18 hours a day. I mean, at this point, it should be legendary. Enough people talking about me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Man, I'm ready to go find some VFD contracts.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm ready to rock and roll. What about you, man?
Yeah, I am too. I think one thing we didn't talk about asking this, but I was curious because I know I think it was Bud and him and his wife. They started off; it was just them. But
Bud and Debbie.
Right. What do you think it looks like in terms of like scaling? Like what? I mean, how?
I teach that on day 2 of the workshop.
Okay, got it.
So I go into great detail, like who the people were, what their responsibilities were. I spent about an hour on that.
Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Then
I'll show you exactly how to scale.
Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that any questions I might have.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I always tell people you're at a disadvantage in this Zoom because every contractor in the world tries to figure out strategy. If I invest in this, this is going to be my strategy and how I'm going to deploy what I learned. The problem is you don't have enough information yet to deploy what you learned. And so you're at a disadvantage because the mindset of a contractor is always to look 4 or 5 steps ahead because that's how we get screwed in the construction business.
Yeah.
But this might be the first time in your life, and I'm certainly going to ask you to do this. Don't try to come up with strategy until after you've been through the training. Then let's talk strategy.
Got it. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I'm good to go, Vito. I feel I have a fuzzy about it. I'm looking forward to getting started, honestly.
Well, you guys can start today. I mean, the moment you get that link, invest in it, you'll have the training right there ready to go.
Sounds good. I appreciate it. We're going in. We're all in. I'm already in it. So every time I make money, I spend it all, and I spend it all on materials. And now I'm spending it on training, which is very valuable. I went into this with no help, no background, and
Well, but the thing is, just think about imagine having a 1 hour strategy session with me once you've been through this. I mean, like, that's what you get with this thing is some hand holding, some, who else in the whole world can you talk to and have this level of a conversation? I mean, I'm imagining it's nobody.
Yeah. Agreed. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Sean, I appreciate you taking the time. I'm gonna look forward to that email, and then as soon as we get it.
Well, it's going to come by text. Did you get text
text
coming into the Zoom?
Yeah, I got the text.
Okay, as long as you guys got the text coming into the Zoom, you'll get that text.
Okay, then how does that work? Is there one login for like Matt and I both?
Yeah, you'll have one login. You can just both use it. That's no problem.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, unless you guys want to give me an extra $5,000, I'll be happy to get you another login.
Coming from Matt.
Everybody always says no.
It's coming from Matt.
Well,
no, I'm excited. Okay, well, I guess I look forward to getting that text message, and as soon as I get it, I'm gonna sign up, and we're gonna start, deep diving into this stuff.
All right, guys, good talking to you.
All right, thanks, Sean.
Thanks, Sean.
Yeah, you bet. Bye.